Hey everyone! This is probably my fourth time recording this now because the first two times my voice just kept cracking, and the third time I just didn't really like how the recording came out. So yeah, I'm redoing it again. Um, so welcome back to my channel. I'm here with a story time. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing one of those for my channel. As you guys could probably tell by the title, this is good. You guys probably know where the story is gonna be going, and yeah, I'm probably just gonna get right into it because I still don't know a good intro. Okay, so the first story, both of them take place on Instagram, by the way, but the first story takes place probably in I think mid 2021, I believe. We were still in the pandemic when it happened, so it wasn't too recent, but it was kind of recent. I don't really know. I don't remember, sadly, but yeah, so it was just same old every day. Just kind of chilling and just browsing the internet as I always do. And I noticed on Instagram that I have a DM request from somebody. I take a look and see that they're telling me that someone has taken my art. Haven't heard that before, but yeah. After taking a look, it turns out that this person tried to use my recolored work to advertise commissions. Yeah. It's one thing when someone steals my work to, just get attention or, to get followers and everything like that. But when, they actually, try to, profit off of it, that just doesn't fly with me. I don't think any artist would be okay with that, obviously. But, yeah. Looking back at it now, I feel like I could have handled it a little bit better, but my then 19-year-old self decided to make a call-out post in my Instagram story, basically saying, hey, blank, I'm not gonna say her name, obviously, but you should always might as well tell your followers that the art isn't by you, and you stole it from me. So yeah. And she almost immediately responded in DMs, and she kind of immediately got defensive with me. She basically was talking to me like she was my mother or something, basically saying things like, oh, I don't like your tone, I don't like this, I don't like that, and just going overboard to defend herself. She was just saying a whole bunch of excuses, basically saying oh, you're in the wrong, I'm not, I'm a mother, I'm trying to earn money to support my family. And I was over here okay, well, if you want to earn money through your art to support your family, you need to do it the proper way. Don't take art from somebody else. She just basically kept making it seem like I was the bad guy in the situation. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's how any, art thief kind of plays. They just pull the victim card and just makes it seem like that they're the victim. But yeah, she basically tried to use stress, being a mom, all this other stuff. She even went as far as to using depression as an excuse to steal art from me, and basically saying oh, I have every right to do this, I have every right to do that, you are in the wrong, you can't be doing this, you have no right to call me out. And I'm just but the art isn't yours. That's the point I'm trying to make to you. The art isn't yours. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm basically just trying to tell you that what you're doing, it is wrong. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to tell you that what you're doing, you're being a meanie. You're being a big meanie for doing that. So, yeah, and I don't really know what she meant by saying I don't like your tone. I basically was just what tone? Again, I'm just trying to tell you that it's not right to steal someone else's work. But yeah, little long story short, she like sent me this message was like really long, by the way. It was like, I don't know, like 5 paragraphs, like so many paragraphs. It's just a long bubble message that I don't even think I like fully even read. I just read like a lot of like the important stuff because she just went like on and on to just defend herself and just said like a whole bunch of this unnecessary stuff, like just uh, I don't know. She eventually blocked me and then later made a post basically saying like she even went as far as to say that I was her favorite artist and basically was all like, "Oh, I'm so disappointed. This artist called me out for recoloring her work and trying to promote my commissions with it. And I don't like the tone. I don't like what she said to me. She didn't respond very nicely. Like, what do you mean respond nicely? How do you think I was gonna react? You're taking my work to try to earn profit. How do you think I would react?" Like, I'm pretty sure any artist out there would relate. Like, nobody would want that. She had that post up for about like maybe like an hour, I'd say, and then she later took it down because like nobody in the comments was like on her side. She basically was saying like, I mean, you did take someone else's art though. That's very low. You know, you're trying to get paid to do something that wasn't done by you. Like, excuse me, but yeah, I'm pretty sure like before she took it down, she turned off the comments because I guess she didn't like that people weren't, you know, on her side and defending her. And then she later just took down the post entirely. And you guys are probably wondering, wait, Rosie, how are you able to see the post if, you know, you're blocked? And then, well, the person that brought it to my attention in the first place, sorry, my phone's going off in the background. The person that brought it to my attention in the first place, they basically were keeping me updated with what she was doing. Like, basically, they were the ones that sent me the screenshots, and, for saying like, oh yeah, she's like getting all upset because you called her out and people are telling her that she's in the wrong, blah 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 blah. And guys, get this, apparently this person was in her server as well, and she apparently got suspended or like banned from the server for calling her out for something wrong. And I'm just over here thinking to myself, or I responded with, okay, well, to my knowledge, all they did was just bring this to my attention, and I don't think that's really considered harassment. Like, that's kind of just them doing the right thing. And I guess the moderators and she clearly didn't like that. So yeah, I guess she just didn't really like getting called out, I guess. Oh yeah, and get this, guys. You know how I mentioned that she said that she was a mom? Well, turns out she wasn't effing around. It turns out that this lady actually was, you know, a mother with a family, and it looked like she maybe was like in her like late 30s, early 40s. Like, she was like so much older than me. And you would think that a grown adult would, you know what's right and what's wrong and would be more mature in the head. You know, you're like 2 decades more, two decades or more older than me, and you're like stealing a 19-year-old's art. Just, I don't know. But I basically said like, well, that explains how the way she was talking to me, basically talking to me like she was my mother. But yeah, so the person basically was just, I guess, banned from the server for about a week and was later let back in, and the lady hasn't really talked about the topic or taken anything from me since, and that's kind of like the latest update I even have on this. So I don't really know what she's doing nowadays, but I'm gonna hope it's not stealing art. Alright, so this next story, is on Instagram again, as I've mentioned, and this one takes place, like, before, like, the previous story. I'm pretty sure it was, like, late 2020, like, in, like, the peak of the pandemic, so it was, like, at the end of the year, pretty much. It was the Christmas season. Everyone, was cheery and, drinking their hot cocoa with their gingerbread men and just, wrapping presents, getting ready for Christmas. And then, again, I get a couple DMs, yeah, a couple, saying that there's this account that is, reposting my work and not giving credit. And again, guys, I don't care if you guys repost my work. I just want to put this out here. It's just as long as you give me credit, I don't care. So yeah, so they gave me the account username. I went ahead and messaged the person, like basically politely saying like, hey, I noticed that you've been reposting my work and not crediting me. Do you mind maybe giving me some credit? And apparently this girl's first language wasn't English, so she had to keep putting everything I said through a translator, and she would reply to almost every message with just the rolling eye emoji. Like, she actually did not care. And I'm just over here like, so are you gonna give me some credit for my works? And she would just keep responding with just no. Just no. That's literally all she would say. And I'm just saying, why not? That's my work. And she's just like, no. And I'm just saying, okay. Good talk. Good talk. So I decided to just block the account, I guess, in hopes maybe that would stop her from doing what she was doing. Well, apparently not, guys. Obviously the story doesn't stop here. She apparently had multiple alt accounts where she was using those to, download my arts and then repost them on the account. She later changed the account name to something very similar to my username, such as, I'll just make one up, It's Lily Rosie, and set my OC as the profile pic. And she even would put in the description of the profile saying, hi, I repost art. No, I'm not gonna give credit because I don't like Kitty Rosie. And I'm just okay. Okay. I guess I got a hate account now, I guess. Go figure. So yeah, she was just constantly reposting works that I kept making, and a lot of them, I don't know how she was downloading the images, but they were very low quality. They're very blurry, kind of hard to see what was going on, and people were kind of ripping on her in the comments for that. And almost all the comments that were underneath the post, almost all of them were negative. She was just getting called out in every single post, basically saying okay, give credit to the artist, give credit to the artist, everyone to get off of you if you give credit to the artist. And she would just keep responding, no, I don't want to, no, I don't like the artist, so I'm not gonna give credit. Her art is stupid, so I'm not gonna give credit. I'm just, but wait a minute, if my art's stupid and if you don't like me, then why are you stealing from me? I mean, this isn't bothering me, mentally, if that's what you're trying to go with. I'm kind of just annoyed, if anything, but it's not, affecting me. But yeah, I kind of was just trying to ignore it, guys, but eventually I just kept getting back-to-back messages from people basically saying hey, there's this account that is refusing to credit you, blah blah blah, blah. And I would just reply every time with yes, I know, I know, sadly I know. So I just, eventually after a while, I had to just make a post saying hey guys, I'm fully aware of this account. There's not really much I can do because the reporting system on here is not the greatest. And yeah, the best thing you can do is just maybe, I guess, try and report her, or just maybe, I don't know, tell her that stealing is wrong. I don't know, there's just not really much you can do on Instagram, really, because it's not DeviantArt. I mean, DeviantArt isn't really too better either, but there's just never really anything you could do, really, unfortunately. But yeah, this went on for I think 2 months, I believe. 2 months. And this, like how I mentioned that she had alt accounts, it turns out she had like 10 alt account, guys. 10. They were like reposting slash roleplay accounts, and one of them she even like posted her actual face on there, and I was curious of how old the girl actually was, because usually some behavior like this is done by someone that's very young. And yeah, it turns out I don't really remember exactly how old she was, but it turns out she was like between the age of 9 and 13, so she was really young. So I'm just over here like, oh well that explains a lot then. So yeah, after a bit, I don't know what happened, but eventually somebody talked her into like her realizing that what she was doing was wrong, and she eventually like took down all the posts, and she even like messaged me on one of the alt accounts basically spamming me with I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, please forgive me, and like a bunch of the crying emojis. And I just left that message on unread, because I'm just like, I mean, you have a lot of growing up to do, so it is what it is, unfortunately. But yeah, and she hasn't really been active on any of the alt accounts and that hate account at all lately, so I don't really know what she's doing nowadays, but I'm gonna hope she's at least, you know, grown up a little bit and changed. And yeah, guys, just a quick disclaimer before I end this video. Please don't go and try to hunt down these people and, you know, harass them or like bully them for like something that happened like years and years back. Like, again, I'm pretty sure if they've grown up a little bit and like moved on from the topics, and I'm pretty sure that they've changed. So just cut them some slack, I guess. Just, you know, we move on. So, but yeah, thank you guys for listening this long. I hope you guys are having a great day / night, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.